wavy on the floor. We came out with the white ones, and then the blue ones for 1/4 inch to under 3/8 of an inch thick tile, and the most popular is the red, 3/8 to just under a 1/2 inch. Okay? Anything over a 1/2 inch tile, you need to go to a two-piece system of some sort, because anything over a 1/2 inch is going to be very heavy and it's going to sink on you. Starting out with the system, I can't stress it enough, prep, prep, prep. The best floor prepping you can do will save you time at the end of the day on setting your tile. NTCA, all the associations, if you don't prep your floor, you're going to get what you get. With our system, you can use a medium bed thin set, use a 1/2 inch notch trowel, mix your thin set a little bit on the loose side, still within the manufacturer's recommendation. Spread your thin set, you want the peaks just standing. You don't want it thick. If it's thick, you can't work with it. Back butter each tile. Makes it a lot easier, gives you more organic bond when you're locking together. Very simple product to use. You get your first tile, back butter, you got your thin set spread, set it into place. Come at least 1.5 to 2 inches from the corner, and you want to go every 6 to 10 inches depending on the bow and the tile. Okay? I mean, you'll get some tiles that this won't help. The next setup, you've got that set, you got your thin set, you back butter your tile, pop it into place, set another clip here. You've got this one, same way, back butter, set your tile in place. Nice and easy, lock it into place. And your lippage is gone. And you keep going as you go. Come back the next day. Before we get to that, if you want to use a spacer, this right here will give you a 30-second grout joint. And if it's got a bevel, it'll look like a 1/16 of an inch. If you want to go larger, with the seam clips, you can go up to a 1/4 inch grout joint. Just put your spacer in the corners, and it'll give you your grout joint. You don't want to use any locking system, level, I don't care whose it is, on any corners. It's your weakest point. And if they've got any pressure at all, they're going to pop them. Come back the next day, the tile, the thin set has dried up, everything is set. Oh, we got lippage again. It's that simple. We're not reinventing anything, it's just plain and simple. You go to a thinner tile, you go with the blue clips. Larger format, 24 by 48s, you'll use less clips than you will on a 12 by 12. 6 by 36, 9 by 36, 9 by 48s. We have patterns set up to show you where to put each clip with the tile. Some tiles you're going to need more because of the bowing. You get some good tile, you won't have that problem. But it all goes back to prep. I can't say it enough. If you don't prep the floor, I don't care what system you use or what wall. These work great on walls too. There's not a wall anywhere in America that's flat. And and this will help you get it flat on your tires. Any questions on the seam clips?
So the tightest it'll go is a 32nd.
Yes, sir. That'll give you a 30-second grout joint.
Okay, that's perfect.
You don't want any less, you don't want them buttered up. You're just looking for problems. The nice thing about these, when you leave them overnight, you come back the next day, you have no tiles that have sunk. Okay? There's no wet. You lock them into place, it's like getting a granite countertop the next morning. It's flush all the way across. Unless your tile is really out of whack. Any other?
And what is this tools for?
All right, that's the next system. When you get into, this is the original cap and strap that Tuscan Leveling come out with about 11 years ago. Everybody and their brothers copying it in some way or shape or form. There's a lot of two-piece systems out there. You use your thumb to lock them into place. This is basically the same system, same setup. You mix your thin set, you do everything the same. Set your tile, pop one of these into place here, here. Little trick to these is have somebody pre-assemble your cap and straps. When they do that, you can actually, bless you, and you lock them into place. We've got the brand new tool on the market. It's got a red and a green button on it. It can be, it's just about foolproof. Lock this into place. You've got your tile set. Push it down, and you squeeze. There. There. And your lippage is gone. But since we've come out with this is sort of falling away the wayside because we got a one-piece system. No tool, nothing needed. The next day you come back, you put this on red, and you break them just like so. Caps are reusable up to 150 times. Compared to what's out on the market right now.
These are not reusable though, right?
No, sir. This is a one-time, this is a one-shot deal with these. You're in and out and you're done. Okay? These can be used as shims. Everything is recyclable. It's all American made, manufactured in Iowa. The only thing that's coming from overseas, these are made in Italy. We've come out with a wing strap for your transition areas. If you notice, it's got a wing on it. You can actually put two different thicknesses of tile side by side, lock them in place, and they will be flat on top. Going into a transition, or if you just got some stone that's just out of whack, slate or whatever, you can lock them into place now and they'll be flat on top. These need to be soaked. Any strap need to be soaked in hot water for at least an hour. You can assemble them, pre-assemble, soak them together. Water's not going to hurt the cap, or the stainless steel little sleeve in the middle. You can let them sit overnight, they'll be fine. They only need one soaking. We don't have the problem with freeze here in Florida that often. You can leave them sit in the back of your truck. The humidity will keep them flexible. All it does is give you a little more elasticity. When you're tightening down, you can actually see it stretch. And when you're actually doing this, you can actually see the tile being pushed down. So it's not pulling up. Like everybody thinks it's pulling up. You know how hard it is to pop a tile with the margin trowel after you've set it. This is first motion is down, and it stays down.
Yeah, some gentleman was telling me that he used those, that he put pressure on the tile when he was doing that at the same time in order to make it so it didn't separate. But you say you don't
No,
need
there's no need. If you've got your thin set mixed on the loose side, you back butter your tile. Once you set it and you lock these in, you're in good shape.
You won't have any trouble with it pulling
No,
off.
because the first motion of this is down. Because the cap is going down and the plastic is coming up through the middle. Any other questions? It's simple. It is really, really simple. I've got two guys in Ocala right now doing 24 by 24s with a cap and strap. One guy's doing nothing but mixing the thin set and back buttering the tiles for the other man. 24 by 24, they're averaging 200 square foot an hour. A two-man team. I mean, they're in and out. I mean, of course, that's a wide open area.
Back battering's a little tougher.
Do what, sir?
I said back battering's a little tougher.
Well, you're just putting a skim coat on the back of it. That's all you're doing. You're not, you
I
know.
throw it on the floor so it stick better.
Well, it's, if you,
Like I said, mix it on the loose side.
yeah, and you still back butter, but that gives you more of a mechanical bond. When you've got two pieces that are, it just grabs together. Instead of going bare on the thin side. No more stopping and lifting. How many times, somebody needs to get a stopwatch and watch how many times somebody stops and lifts a tile and adds or takes away. How much time a day is actually wasted. One-piece system works a lot easier.
Yep. Pretty much.
No tool involved other than, and everybody's got one of these. And I recommend if you do use the seam clips, don't kick them off. Because you kick them off, you may have some sand on your shoe, your boot, you're going to scratch your tile. I guarantee. And if you break them across the grout joint, you're going to have all kinds of problems. Break it with the grout joint when you break it off. Don't come across. And if you kick it, something's got to give, and usually there's a little bit of sand at the bottom. This will take your to-do list from this to very little when you go back in the next day. There is a learning curve. Take your time with it. Once you get the hang of it, you'll even find different ways to make it quicker.